There we go. That little horse I touched yesterday. We'll show you if we can get a little further how we're going to do it. So we touched him yesterday and we rubbed him. If they don't stand still when you touch them and rub them, don't even watch this video. I can't stress that enough. Yesterday when we touched him on the butt, he quivered and he took off. Today he doesn't. The reason we did what we did yesterday was because that's what prepared us for today. You see my strings on the other side there? Now I'm just rubbing him. If he gets to moving around in here, we're putting way too much pressure on him. If he's backing up, you need to back up. You do not want him going around this pin backwards. That's a real bad habit. And it'll get to where you won't like the results. He needs to stand still. So I'm going to do what I'm doing here until he stands still. Doesn't matter if it takes a minute, 10 minutes, an hour, 2 weeks, it don't matter. Now I'm rubbing him under the neck. Remember yesterday we had that triangle going? There's that string. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to touch his shoulder. Now I got a neck rope on him. I want him to step this way just a step. Just a step. I want his left front foot to come this way, and I don't care how long this takes. I'm going to bump him so he can't lay on it. I'm rubbing him with my stick here. I'm watching him that he doesn't try to go crazy and jump out. I don't want him going backwards. He's standing right there. You can see my strings right here. All I'm trying to do now is get him to step towards me and away from that pressure on his neck. I'm just going to hold him there. I'm going to hold him. I'm going to rub there. I'm looking for that left front foot. You can't see it because he's so close, but every time he moves that left front foot, I take the pressure off. I'm going to scratch his neck some more. I'm going to go like this. I'm looking for the left front foot to step towards me. There. I'm going to pet him. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It just has to be. And you see how he's wanting to get away from me here? I'm not going to chase him either. I'm going to step back. And I'm just, it's like I'm fly fishing, if you will. I'm petting his neck on the other side. I want him to step to me. There. There. I want his thought to come to me. We're reinforcing the thought. Now I'm scratching his neck some more. If I get the halter on him today, great. If I don't, that's great too. I need him to step towards me. I'm going to step back here so it's easy for him. There, he stepped over. As soon as he steps over, he gets petted. This is not a speedy man. I'm holding here, he's laying on it. I'm wiggling that rope so it's uncomfortable for him to lay on it. I'm not making him do anything. He's got two choices. Stand there and let me massage his neck, or step towards me. And I'm stepped back here by his hip so that there's a big hole on my left. And if I pull very hard, I'll tear my stick up, won't I? I'll pull the end clear off of it. I need his left front foot. And I'm going to pet him here with the stick. I'll step over here. There. And rub him. Step over here. There's his left front, and I'll rub him. Remember yesterday we couldn't scratch him. Today we can. Everything that you do, you're preparing for tomorrow. I need for him to step this way with his left front foot. Is what I'd like in a perfect world. Just going to use different methods there. Left front foot stepped big that time. I'm just getting him off balance. So stepping towards me is easier than trying to step away. There, rub that jaw. And if he gets fired up, it's okay. We're not teaching him to get away from us. There, left front foot to me. Do it again. About 2 seconds is a long enough reward. Absence pressure is just like a cookie. I'll rub that jaw. Now I want the left front foot again. You can't see the feet, but I can. I don't want him going around this pin backwards. He's licking and chewing. I don't know if you can even see that. There. There. I'm trying to pull his face. There. Keep rubbing him. Keep rubbing him. There. So what I did there was I pushed his hindquarters over and it threw him off balance. He stepped towards me to regain his balance, and that's what I wanted. It'll get better. Now I'm going to push him again. Try to get the weight off this inside hind foot there. Now I'm going to pet him with my hand again. He doesn't know. This is the first time he's ever even had a neck rope on him. But I don't want him going around here backwards, so I'm going to regroup. There. I'm going to take the end of this halter rope. If I can hold him good enough to tie this to the stick and string rope, I'll have a neck rope on him that's a little longer. That don't mean I'm going to pull harder at all. Just because you're using bigger tools don't mean you need to get bigger. That's when you need to get softer. And like I was telling you yesterday, a really easy way to catch this colt is just flip a loop over his head. And this video is for the people that don't want to do that for whatever reason. And I'm not saying that whatever reason that you're saying is bad at all. Everybody's expectations of performance are as valid as mine. I'm just showing you a way to catch an untouched horse without roping him. Now I'm going to take the end of this rope and tie a square knot in here. The boss is out here again. Hello, Andrea.
Hi.
Without her, they did cancel it?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Hasn't posted it anywhere.
They canceled the horse show because it was too hot. Now, there's a big knot in this rope. We don't want to scare this horse. So we're going to touch him with the knot the same way we touched him with the stick. Let him look. I'm just rubbing his shoulder blade with it. This is not a speed event. If you wanted to do it really fast, you just flip a rope around his neck and get him to face up. I'm trying to do it in a way that somebody that don't know how to rope can do it. Now this horse still doesn't know how to face up, but in a minute here, well, it fell off. Stuff happens. He didn't freak out and panic, the knot just fell out. So we go out here and do it again. And every time we catch him like this, he gets quieter and better about it. Sorry your show got canceled, Andy. Now I don't want this horse evading me this way, so I'm going to step over here and I'm going to rub him until he's facing a different way. And don't walk up behind them colts if you don't know what's what. I already know that this horse ain't going to back up to me and kick me. But I've been doing this for a long, long time. If you see this video and walk up behind your horse and get in a bad spot, you could conceivably lose a rib or something else because you didn't do your due diligence and he kicked you. And the little beggars can kick you really hard and really fast. Now the theory is this is a better knot. We'll see if it pulls out. And the same drill. I'm going to rub his shoulder with this knot because it's big. And we're going to just rub him. This is not a speed event. I can't stress that enough. If you want these horses to be quiet, if you have to do battle with one, then do battle and win. But then try to get better and do better next time. This is not all cosmic. No matter how quiet and soft and fluffy you are, if you're not willing to do battle when you need to do battle, Tom said what they need when they need it. No more, no less. It's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. Now this is about the 2,000th colt we've caught this way for the first time. Maybe more. Now, I'm just going to walk up here and pet him with this halter. I'm just going to pet him with the halter. I really don't want him to run and panic. I'm just doing the same thing I was doing with the sticks. Now he pulled away. Now I'll pull this rope up over his back and see if I can pet him. There. Now I'll pull it up over his back, see if I can pet him again. And every time I have to do this, I get quieter and softer, because if you want them to be soft and quiet, you have to get to soft and quiet. I could have just jerked it, tightened it up, but But like I said, he's never had a neck rope on. I'm going to pet him again. Remember yesterday we couldn't even pet him. And he's plenty big enough to clean your clock. Now, we got the rope around his neck. All I want him to do is step towards me. He's looking at it, let him look. This is his first neck rope. I need him to look at me. There, he stepped to me. Now I'm going to pet him. And he doesn't like his face petted. So, I'm going to use petting his face as his main reward. If I can't pet him with my hand, I can pet him with my rope. And any combination in between. Now I need him to take a step to me. There, just like that. We're not having to do battle. But I will tell you, and nobody has to believe it that doesn't want to. This horse is terrified. He's scared to death. Yes. And all you'd have to do is come in here and try to make him do something, and he'd jump out of here and hurt himself. Now, I can't pull him straight because he doesn't know anything about a pull. What I can do is tip him off balance until his right front foot moves. We wait. There it is. Now you get to reward him. If he won't let you touch him with your hand, touch him with your rope. Hold. He doesn't get to leave, even at this stage. He doesn't get to dictate direction or speed. It's not going to be pretty, but he doesn't get to walk off. I don't want to teach him to pull on me and walk off. If he pulls on me, I'll just close my fingers and I'll become a tree. And I'll do everything within my power to keep him from getting hurt and leaving. Getting hurt's primary. Leaving is what's going to make him, if he learns how to leave, he'll never leave. It's that simple. Follow the rope down. They don't have any depth perception. Follow the rope down and pet them. Rub that endorphin trigger. Remember what I said yesterday? Circles on the jaw. That releases dopamine into their brain and relaxes them. Get them addicted. Now I'm going to ask for the right front foot again. There. I want to pet his face. There. Rub that jaw. Could I rub? He won't let me rub across his nose yet, but he will. And remember, I don't ever get to chase their face. There. Make my circle bigger. There. Bigger. Bigger. Yeah. There, look, he leaned into that. Watch those things. Will he come out and touch this? I put this hand in front of him. Not yet. A lot better than trying to get away. A lot better than biting. A lot better than being afraid. Now I need his left front foot. I'm looking for his left front foot. There. I'm going to pet him on the jaw again. Now we're going to get that other jaw to where we can do it. Grab this halter and pull it under his neck, so that you don't end up with a half hitch around his head that just keeps getting tighter. There. Now, I want his left front foot. Step over here, change the angle, pull him off balance, hold him. I'm holding right now, I'm not pulling. We wait. Set it up and wait. He leaned towards it a little bit. I let go. I need his left front foot. See how he's leaning away from me? He leaned in, I let go. Watch for that stuff. Left front foot, good. Now I'm going to follow this rope up because he doesn't have any depth perception. And I'm going to scratch him on the neck. He's leaning away from me like this. I'm going to scratch him on here and see if I can get him to lean towards me, lean into me, and balance. How am I going to do that? With this endorphin trigger right here. Right there. He'll get tired of leaning and he'll stand up straight. See those eyes? See that licking and chewing? This is the key. It's not how big a stick you have. It's not how moving body parts around because you told him to move. It's getting his mind so that he chooses to be with you so you can show him stuff. He's already wild. He doesn't need practice being wild. He needs practice being quiet. And I am not going to sugarcoat this. If he tears out of here, tries to get away, I'm going to grab this rope and probably take a hip lock because he's not allowed to dictate direction or speed. If you're not willing to stick by that, don't do this. Because if he learns to pull away from you with this neck rope on, you'll never get halter on him without roping him. Probably off a saddle horse in the beginning. I got a saddle horse here that'll do that. But why do that when this will work? Now watch his left there. I need the left front foot. There. I need the left front foot. There. Every time I say there, he's moved that left front foot towards me. Left front foot. I'm going to get over here. As long as he's going forward, it's all good. What I don't want him to do is go around the pen backwards. I'm going to fix this. There. Now I need his left front foot. That was the side that he didn't want. You see how that halter went up against that snap right there? It won't get any tighter. There. Heading. Go down the line. Heading. He's leaning away from me. So I'll pet this shoulder and see if I can get his face or his brain interested in me. Watch that head. See if we can get that head to come to us just a little bit. Rubbing circles on that jaw. I need the left front foot again. Where I'm standing, I'm not driving it forward and I'm not turning it. I'm finding the balance point. And as they get more and more broke, the balance point will be about the same place that your legs go when you're riding. In the beginning, we just try to find a balance point. He's trying to get away. I'm going to hold him here. Every time his face comes to me, he's given. So I got to release. Look for the little tries. I'm holding. I'm not pulling. If you're using a rope like this, any kind of rope, if you have to put gloves on to use a rope, you're pulling too hard. I'm waiting for him. He balanced and he stepped towards me. He was leaning that way really bad. He had to move his right front foot to get balanced. He balanced and then he stepped to me. That's huge. And it's amazing how fast they will make progress if you give them a chance. Now he's leaning into that again. Remember, we don't want him going around his kid. There, he stepped over. It was small. Doesn't have to be huge. Now I'm going to ask him again. There. That didn't take as long. Scratch him. Ask him again. There. I don't know if you can see the feet at all, but you can tell by his body that he's moving his feet. Now I'm going to scratch this spot. I'm going to scratch this spot right in the middle of his neck. I'm going to hold him now because he tried to leave. Don't let it get so big that it takes a saddle horse to fix it. Fix it when it's little. If he's leaning on me, he's thinking about leaving, why let him go somewhere and then get after him for going somewhere when I could have fixed it when he leaned in it? I'm just going to do this for a couple more minutes. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Right here I'm just holding. No harder than my bare hands can hold. You can see my hands are dirty in there. There, he stepped over. Every time he steps towards me when I apply pressure on the right side of his neck, I'm teaching him how to solve a problem. And I'm also teaching him that pressure on his neck means step away from it, don't lean into it. Sounds a hell of a lot like neck raining, doesn't it? Daddy, don't be afraid to show him some kindness when he does a little thing. A little thing's a big thing to a horse that don't know anything. Now he's trying to get away from me again, so I'm going to keep walking in here until I can get ahead of the point of the shoulder and cause him to step to me. I don't want him going between him and the fence right there. That's him getting away. I'm going to ask him for his left front foot. He's right up against the feeder, and I'll wait. There. Fed him. As soon as I get him away from this feeder, I'll take this rope off and we'll call this lesson done. I want him to follow that feel. He's learning how to follow the feel from day one. Right there, he stepped over. When his head is facing away from the camera, his lesson will be over. And I don't care how long that takes. And if you're trying to do some stuff like this, you shouldn't either. I'll wait for him. There's his face. There's his foot. The reason I said face and I got so excited because the face is the same as the brain. The brain's located right behind the face. And if we get his mind, we got his body. There, that was easier. A couple more steps and he'll be done for the day. I'm going to hold. There. Pet him. Rub that jaw. Let him know he's a good boy. Don't be afraid to show him some comfort if they're trying. There. 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 That's all we were trying to get done today. We got a neck rope on him. Now, if you're not going to do the same stuff, the stuff that we did yesterday, you're just going to put a neck rope on him, you might as well just rope him. Because the rubbing that we did yesterday prepared him to be touched. If you're not going to prepare him to be touched, you might as well just rope him. I'm just being honest. Because when that rope goes around his neck, he'll be terrified because he's never been touched. Remember that stick and string, pulling that stick and string across his back? It's so that I can do this. Everything that I do is for tomorrow. Hope that works for you. See ya.